Hey, welcome everybody. My name is Harold, and in this video I will tell you a little bit more about my progress here in Costa Rica. If you have seen my previous videos, you know that I'm here to orientate myself and looking at some properties, because my dream is to live here with my family in the near future. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos and you're new to this channel, I think maybe it's a good idea that I will explain just in short, how I came here in Costa Rica, what I'm doing here. And so to start, I have to go a little bit back in time. I've been working as a mechanic since I was 17. And about 6 years ago, in 2016, I was done with that. I was exhausted from the rat race I was in. So I decided to quit my job and start studying again. And because I have been interested in rainforest and in wildlife and exotic places, so I decided to study international forest and nature management. And in this study I have specialized myself in tropical forestry. So I actually graduated last year, and I have been in Costa Rica for holiday, and I actually did my research for my bachelor thesis here in Costa Rica. So after being here a couple of times, I created this vision of living here, and it feels good to be here. And as I have a family with 2 young children, my oldest son is 5, and my youngest daughter is she's 2. So we live in the Netherlands, and now it's December and it's winter in Netherlands, and it's supposed to be very cold up there. But that's always the time of the year when I feel a little bit down, not depressed, but had a winter dip. And it always feels good to me when I'm in a tropical country, and I love bird watching. Actually, during my study, I fell in love with bird watching. I always loved looking at birds, but I just took a picture when I saw a nice bird, and that was it. But during my study, I fell in love with bird watching, and bought a good pair of binoculars, and learned a lot about birds. And I created this vision of living here in Costa Rica with my family. So I decided to go here and look at some properties. I actually had the idea have the idea to start my own reforestation project or nature conservation project. That's what I've been studying for. And Costa Rica is a great country to start a reforestation project, nature conservation project. If you know a little bit about Costa Rica, they're really keen into ecotourism, nature conservation, and there are some properties around here that are very interesting for nature conservation and reforestation. So yesterday I actually had I had a full day of looking at some properties. I saw 5 of them. It was a really long day, and I finally had the chance to look at some properties and get the feeling of them. Some mosquitoes around here, so so before I left, when I was in the Netherlands, I searched the internet for possibilities of starting a reforestation project here in Costa Rica. So I contacted this organization that that is selling properties that are interesting for reforestation. They want to protect the jaguar and actually rehabilitate its its habitat. So they they sell properties that are interesting for that. So yesterday, we looked at 5 properties. I'm actually in the Turrialba region of Costa Rica right now, and it's a little bit. It's in the central valley of the country, and it's a little bit mountainous here, as you can see behind me. I'm on the property of the Airbnb that I'm staying at. There's some mountains here, and the climate is really, really nice up here. It's nice and cool, not that warm. And around here, there has been a lot of deforestation going on. If you Turrialba is the cheese capital of Costa Rica, so to say. It's the most famous city for. They make a lot of cheese around here. So there has been a lot of deforestation for for cattle here, and so there are also a lot of properties here that are interesting for reforestation. And I looked at some land here, and the first one was just 1 hectare. It was on a hilltop, but it had a fantastic view over the valley here. And I saw 2 others here in the area of Turrialba. They were a little bit bigger. I think about, if I remember correctly, around 11, 12 hectares. Some of them had some forest, but most of the land should be reforested. And then we went to the around the Turrialba volcano. There's a volcano here. It's not active. Sometimes it has some smoke coming out, but it's not an active volcano. But I saw this property of, I think it was also 11 or 12 hectares, but it has a protected forest that comes with the property. So I was really interested in looking at that piece of land. And most of that land should be reforested also. And it was completely different as I've compared to what I've seen on the internet. It was the property, but if you see it with your own eyes, it's always different. And that's one of the reasons why I came here. I've seen these properties on the internet, but I wanted to see them with my own eyes and to see if it's still interesting to me as what I've seen on the internet. And then the 5th property was a little bit more to the Barbilla area of Costa Rica. There's Turrialba, and there's a highway going up north to the highway that connects San Jose with the Caribbean coast. And so it's a little bit more lowland rainforest. That's actually what I like more. I really love the lowland rainforest. So this was a very big property. It was actually way outside of my price range, but I found it really, really interesting because it has a lot of potential to, for reforestation, but also for nature conservation and for ecotourism. It has a lot of forest, also a lot of forest, but also land for that was deforested. And it has at least 9 or 10 sites where you can build a really nice cabina, maybe for a small research center or some Airbnb cabins to rent out. So this was actually the best property I've seen yesterday. The other properties, they were nice, but I have a family with 2 small children, and they were a little bit outside of the city, and I want to be. I don't want to live in the city, but a little bit outside, and experience the peace and tranquility here. But not too far away from the because my children have to go to school, and they need friends to play with, and so yeah, the properties I've seen were a little bit outside of the the civilization, so to speak. Yeah, but the last property was also not near any village, but it was really, really nice. I really loved it. So yeah, now I have to let all the experience from yesterday sink in. It was a really long day yesterday, really, really nice. But the guy who from the organization that came with me, he was a really, really nice guy, and I had nice conversations with him about his thoughts about reforestation and nature conservation. And now that I've seen these properties, I have to clear my mind and maybe think about my vision of living here in Costa Rica. I still want to live here, but I have to next Thursday or Friday I'm flying back to the Netherlands, back to my family, and then talk to my wife and see what we're up to. And yeah, I'm in doubt. I'm in doubt right now. And that's what you have with having a vision. The vision change. And yeah, I'm thinking about what I want to do with my my vision. I've always loved traveling, and now that I'm very interested in bird watching, I would love to have a house in with a piece of rainforest where I can enjoy bird watching, but also have the chance to to travel around and travel with my family around Costa Rica, and maybe even to South America or the rest of Central America. My wife is from Peru, so if we live here in Costa Rica, we would be able to to visit her family a bit more often. And if I'm going to start a reforestation project, that's a project for the coming years. That it would take, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 years, to develop. And the last property I've seen yesterday was about 80 hectares, so it really, really big. But it was really, really beautiful. Has a lot of potential, and it's way outside of my price range. But thinking about if I would be able to buy it and have the money, that would be a really big project to start. So yeah, that's what I've that's something to think about. And yeah, but I'm really glad I came here to Costa Rica to look at the properties I wanted to see. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And so now I have the chance, or the now that I've seen these properties, I have to think about my ideas and my vision. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. Actually, I think next Monday I will go to visit a project similar to what I have been, to what I was planning to, or what my idea was of reforestation and nature conservation. It's a project that's been run by two Dutch friends, and one of them lives in the Netherlands. And I have contacted him, and I met him, and we shared some thoughts, and he shared his experience. So, and his friend is running the project here in Costa Rica. It's actually not that far from here. It's actually close to the last property I've seen yesterday, in the Barbilla area. So I'm going to visit that project on I think maybe on Monday for half a day, and see what they're doing and what that looks like, and talk with the guy and share some thoughts, and hearing his idea and his experiences. So and then after that I'm driving to Fortuna and spend the last days around the Arenal volcano and do some bird watching, and then fly back to the Netherlands, and I'll be home just before Christmas. And so I hope you like this video. And if you're interested in in my quest for moving here into Costa Rica, I will be making much more videos about my vision and my progress. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit the notification bell, and you will be notified every time I upload a new video. And I also make videos about bird watching, especially here when I'm now in Costa Rica. I will be making some new videos in the next couple of days. So if you're also interested in that, also subscribe to my channel. So I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.